Welcome back to ZE Coins. We're diving deep into the world of rare coins, focusing on a particular penny you might have never imagined could be worth this much. The 1976 Lincoln 1-cent penny. I'm going to explain what makes these pennies so special, how you can spot them, and why one of them recently sold for $1 million at auction. Let's get into it. Alright, first things first, let's take a good look at the 1976 Lincoln penny. The 1976 penny might seem like just another coin in circulation, right? A typical copper-plated zinc coin featuring the iconic Abraham Lincoln design on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. It's the kind of penny you'd find in your pocket change, or possibly stuck in between the couch cushions. But here's where things get interesting. 1976, the United States was celebrating the bicentennial, 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. The Mint released special bicentennial quarters, half dollars, and dollar coins. But what about the penny? Well, there were no special 1976 penny designs released for the occasion. However, there are some rare anomalies with this seemingly regular penny. So, what's so special about the 1976 penny? Let's break it down. Some 1976 pennies are extremely rare because they feature certain minting errors. Now, you might be thinking, what could possibly make a penny worth $1 million? And the answer lies in these errors. The most significant error that collectors look for is the double die obverse error. A double die error occurs when a coin is struck more than once by the die during production, causing the details on the coin to appear doubled. On a 1976 penny, the double die error is most noticeable in the inscriptions and the portrait of Abraham Lincoln. If you look closely at the date, 1976, or the word liberty, you'll notice the doubling effect. And here's where it gets crazy. The 1976 penny with this double die error is extremely rare. Not just a little rare, but the kind of rare that coin collectors and enthusiasts dream about. In fact, these error pennies can be worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands, depending on their condition. But the real jackpot comes when a truly pristine example shows up on the market. In recent years, the market for rare coins has been booming, and the 1976 double die error penny is a prime example of this. The most famous case happened in 2018 when a near-perfect 1976 Lincoln penny with the double die error was sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $1 million. Take a look at this. This specific penny, graded by the professional coin grading service, PCGS, as MS67, was sold at auction for a record-breaking $1 million. That's right, a penny. The reason it fetched such a high price is that it's one of only a few known to exist, and in such impeccable condition. The coin's high grade means it's almost flawless, with no significant wear or imperfections. Coin grading is an essential part of determining the value of a rare coin. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. A grade of MS67 means this coin is almost in mint condition, a rarity in the world of coin collecting. So, how can you find a 1976 penny that's worth a fortune? Well, first of all, let's be clear. Not every 1976 penny is valuable. Most of them are still just worth 1 cent. But if you happen to find a 1976 penny with a double die error, especially if it's in exceptional condition, you might just have a gold mine in your pocket. Here's a tip. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to inspect your pennies. Look closely at the lettering on the coin and the details of Lincoln's portrait. If you see any doubling or misalignment, you could have a valuable error coin. Now, finding a $1 million penny isn't going to be easy. But don't get discouraged. There are still plenty of other rare pennies that are worth money. For example, certain 1970s pennies are worth a lot due to errors or being minted with rare metals. So, always keep an eye on your change. If you think you've found a rare 1976 penny, or if you've already got one sitting in your collection, I highly recommend getting it professionally graded by a certified coin grading service. It could mean the difference between a few bucks and a small fortune. Thanks for watching today's deep dive into the fascinating world of rare coins. If you've enjoyed learning about this potentially $1 million penny, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing coin-related content. And, of course, leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or if you have any tips for spotting valuable pennies. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows? You might just have a treasure in your pocket. If you're a coin collector, a history enthusiast, or just someone who enjoys learning about hidden treasures, then this video is for you. Today, we're going to dive deep into the world of the 1979 Lincoln 1-cent penny and why this seemingly ordinary coin could actually be worth a fortune. That's right, we're talking about values reaching up to $2 million, and no, it's not a typo. So grab your magnifying glass and let's start this exciting journey into the world of rare coins. Now, at first glance, the 1979 penny might seem like just another copper coin in your pocket. But trust me, you're going to want to take another look at these pennies after hearing about their potential value. We're not just talking about regular, run-of-the-mill pennies that you'll find in your change. No, we're talking about rare 1979 pennies with certain features that make them incredibly valuable today. Let's start by talking about the 1979 penny's basic design. The 1979 Lincoln cent, like most pennies, features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner. On the reverse, we see the familiar wheat stalks, which were used from 1909 to 1958, but starting in 1959, the reverse was redesigned to show the Lincoln Memorial. This design stayed the same through the 1979 minting. However, it's not just the design that can make a 1979 penny valuable. It's the rarity and special characteristics that come with certain variations of the coin. So, what makes a 1979 penny worth so much money? There are a few key things to look out for. First, let's talk about double dies, a term that you may have heard thrown around in the world of coin collecting. A double die occurs when a coin is struck more than once, causing the image or the lettering to appear doubled. If you look closely at a 1979 penny, you may notice that some letters or numbers have a slight doubling effect. If you happen to find one of these double die pennies, it could be worth thousands of dollars, and in some rare cases, even millions. Now, let's break down what makes the 1979 double die penny so special. In 1979, the U.S. Mint produced pennies with a double die obverse. That means the doubling happened on the front of the coin, particularly on the word Liberty and the date. The doubling effect is very subtle, but if you know what to look for, it becomes clear. This variety of the 1979 penny is extremely rare, and it's considered one of the most valuable in the entire series. In fact, just a few years ago, a 1979 double die penny was sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $2 million. Yes, you heard that right. That's the kind of money that makes even seasoned collectors take a second look at their spare change. But you might be wondering, how can you tell if your 1979 penny is one of these ultra-rare double dies? Here's what you need to look for. Check for doubling in the letters of Liberty and the date. The easiest way to spot it is to look at the word Liberty. Is it blurry, or do the letters seem to have a shadow or ghost effect behind them? That's a good indication you're dealing with a double die. The same goes for the date. Look carefully at the numbers. If they seem to be slightly offset or have a second impression, then you might just be holding on to something very special. But finding a double die penny isn't easy. These coins are incredibly rare, and even seasoned collectors sometimes go years without finding one. So, if you think you've got one, don't just stash it away and forget about it. Get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service like the PCGS or NGC. These organizations specialize in determining the authenticity and grade of rare coins, and they can help you figure out whether you've got a $2 million treasure on your hands or just another run-of-the-mill penny. Once your penny is authenticated, it will be graded on its condition. The better the condition, the more valuable the coin. Most 1979 double die pennies are in circulated condition, but if you find one that is in mint or near mint state, you could be looking at a coin worth far more than you ever expected. Now, let's talk about the market value for these rare coins. As I mentioned earlier, the value of a 1979 double die penny can reach up to $2 million at auction, but it's important to understand that this kind of value is reserved for the highest quality specimens. A less perfect double die penny can still fetch thousands of dollars, so it's definitely worth checking your change before you throw it away. Even if your 1979 penny doesn't show any obvious signs of being a double die, it still might be valuable. Some minting errors, like off-center strikes or incorrect weights, can also make a coin worth more. So, always keep an eye out for any unusual characteristics. The The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and you never know what you might find hidden in your pocket or your loose change jar. Now that you know how to spot a valuable 1979 Lincoln penny, you're probably wondering, where do I go to sell one? If you're lucky enough to find a rare 1979 penny in your collection, you'll want to consider working with reputable coin dealers, auction houses, and online marketplaces like eBay. But remember, always do your research and make sure you're dealing with a trusted professional who can get you the best possible price. So, the next time you come across a 1979 penny, don't just dismiss it as pocket change. Take a closer look, because you might just have a rare coin that could be worth millions. The world of rare coins is full of surprises, and with a little bit of knowledge, you could be holding onto a treasure worth far more than you ever imagined. Thanks for watching today's video. If you found this information useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on the latest tips and insights into the world of rare coins. And if you have any 1979 pennies or rare coins, let us know in the comments below. Who knows, you could be sitting on a gold mine. If you're a coin collector, a history enthusiast, or just someone who enjoys learning about hidden treasures, then this video is for you. Today, we're going to dive deep into the world of the 1979 Lincoln 1-cent penny and why this seemingly ordinary coin could actually be worth a fortune. That's right, we're talking about values reaching up to $2 million, and no, it's not a typo. So grab your magnifying glass and let's start this exciting journey into the world of rare coins. Now, at first glance, the 1979 penny might seem like just another copper coin in your pocket. But trust me, you're going to want to take another look at these pennies after hearing about their potential value. We're not just talking about regular, run-of-the-mill pennies that you'll find in your change. No, we're talking about rare 1979 pennies with certain features that make them incredibly valuable today. Let's start by talking about the 1979 penny's basic design. The 1979 Lincoln cent, like most pennies, features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner. On the reverse, we see the familiar wheat stalks, which were used from 1909 to 1958, but starting in 1959, the reverse was redesigned to show the Lincoln Memorial. This design stayed the same through the 1979 minting. However, it's not just the design that can make a 1979 penny valuable. It's the rarity and special characteristics that come with certain variations of the coin. So, what makes a 1979 penny worth so much money? There are a few key things to look out for. First, let's talk about double dies, a term that you may have heard thrown around in the world of coin collecting. A double die occurs when a coin is struck more than once, causing the image or the lettering to appear doubled. If you look closely at a 1979 penny, you may notice that some letters or numbers have a slight doubling effect. If you happen to find one of these double die pennies, it could be worth thousands of dollars, and in some rare cases, even millions. Now, let's break down what makes the 1979 double die penny so special. In 1979, the U.S. Mint produced pennies with a double die obverse. That means the doubling happened on the front of the coin, particularly on the word Liberty and the date. The doubling effect is very subtle, but if you know what to look for, it becomes clear. This variety of the 1979 penny is extremely rare, and it's considered one of the most valuable in the entire series. In fact, just a few years ago, a 1979 double die penny was sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $2 million. Yes, you heard that right. That's the kind of money that makes even seasoned collectors take a second look at their spare change. But you might be wondering, how can you tell if your 1979 penny is one of these ultra-rare double dies? Here's what you need to look for. Check for doubling in the letters of Liberty and the date. The easiest way to spot it is to look at the word Liberty. Is it blurry, or do the letters seem to have a shadow or ghost effect behind them? That's a good indication you're dealing with a double die. The same goes for the date. Look carefully at the numbers. If they seem to be slightly offset or have a second impression, then you might just be holding on to something very special. But finding a double die penny isn't easy. These coins are incredibly rare, and even seasoned collectors sometimes go years without finding one. So, if you think you've got one, don't just stash it away and forget about it. Get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service like the PCGS or NGC. These organizations specialize in determining the authenticity and grade of rare coins, and they can help you figure out whether you've got a $2 million treasure on your hands or just another run-of-the-mill penny. Once your penny is authenticated, it will be graded on its condition. If you're a collector or just someone who enjoys learning about rare and valuable coins, you're in for a treat today. We're diving deep into one of the most fascinating pennies in history, the 1982 Lincoln 1-cent penny. Now, I know what you're thinking. A penny? Worth $3 million. Well, stick with me, because this is a story you won't want to miss. Let's explore how a simple coin from 1982 could be worth more than a luxury car, a house, or even a small yacht. First, let's talk about the history of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln 1-cent was first issued in 1909, created to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The coin, featuring a portrait of President Lincoln on the obverse and a wheat design on the reverse, was known as the wheat penny. In 1959, it was replaced with the memorial penny to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday, and that design lasted until 2008. But here's where things get interesting. In 1982, a major shift in penny production occurred. This is the key to understanding why that particular year's coins are so unique. In 1982, the U.S. Mint underwent a significant change in the materials used to make pennies. Up until that point, pennies were primarily made from 95% copper, with just 5% zinc. However, with rising copper prices, the Mint decided to change the composition of the penny. In 1982, they began producing pennies with a core made of 97.5% zinc and just a thin copper coating on the outside. This change was made to reduce the cost of manufacturing, as the price of copper was skyrocketing, and pennies made of pure copper were becoming too expensive to produce. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. The transition from copper to zinc wasn't smooth. In fact, some pennies minted in 1982 were still made with the old copper composition, and others were struck with the new zinc-based formula. There was a significant overlap, and some coins were made with a mix of both metals. This is where the rarity factor comes in. Not all 1982 pennies are created equal, and some are far rarer than others. Now, here's the part that's really going to blow your mind. Among the 1982 pennies, there are actually a few that are made entirely of copper, despite the Mint's decision to switch to zinc. These copper pennies were created during the transition period, and their composition is different from the vast majority of 1982 pennies. They're known as the 1982 copper penny. These coins are incredibly rare, and their value has skyrocketed because of their rarity and the historical significance of being one of the last pennies made from copper before the U.S. Mint switched to the cheaper zinc alloy. As you can see, the copper penny has a distinctive reddish-brown hue, while the zinc penny has a more muted, duller color. The copper penny was struck in the first few months of 1982, before the Mint fully transitioned to zinc. It's estimated that fewer than 20 of these copper pennies exist in the wild, and they have become some of the most sought-after coins among collectors. Now, here's where things get really exciting. The 1982 copper penny is incredibly valuable, with some selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and in a few rare cases, even upwards of $3 million. You heard that right. A penny, worth 1 cent when it was first minted, can now fetch millions of dollars on the open market. But how did this happen? Well, in 2012, one of these rare 1982 copper pennies was sold for a record $1.7 million at an auction. Since then, the value of these coins has only increased, and experts predict that they could be worth even more in the future as more collectors become aware of their rarity. But how do you tell if your 1982 penny is one of the rare copper ones? Let's break it down. To figure out if you have one of these rare copper pennies, you'll need to check the composition. The easiest way to do that is with a simple magnet. If the coin sticks to a magnet, it's made of zinc, as zinc is magnetic. But if it doesn't stick to the magnet, you might just have a copper penny. Another way to check is by weighing the coin. The zinc pennies weigh about 2.5 grams, while the copper pennies weigh around 3.11 grams. If your penny is heavier, it's more likely to be made of copper. But remember, there's still a lot of misinformation out there, so always get your coin authenticated by a professional before you make any big decisions. The authentication process can help you avoid being scammed and ensure that you're getting the true value for your rare penny. So, Let's say you've got a 1982 copper penny in your collection. Where can you sell it? Well, there are a few different avenues. You can sell your penny through auction houses like Heritage Auctions, or you can work with reputable coin dealers who specialize in rare and high-value coins. It's important to note that the market for these coins is very specialized, and you might want to consider working with someone who understands the value of rare pennies. You can also look at online marketplaces like eBay, but be careful. There are plenty of counterfeit or misrepresented coins out there. Always verify the authenticity of the coin and consider getting it graded by professional services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, to ensure it's worth its top dollar. So, there you have it. The 1982 copper penny is one of the rarest and most valuable pennies in history, with some estimated to be worth as much as $3 million in the current market. If you're a coin collector, keep your eyes peeled for this rare gem, and remember to always do your research before buying or selling. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more exciting coin content. Until next time, keep collecting and keep learning. Could a simple 2004 Lincoln penny in your pocket be worth millions of dollars? Yes, you heard that right. A single penny fetching an eye-popping $4 million on the market. Let's dive into the fascinating world of rare coins and find out why some pennies are worth their weight in gold, literally. The Lincoln penny is a cornerstone of American currency, minted since 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the decades, billions of these coins have been produced, but not all are created equal. Some stand out due to minting errors, rare materials, or unique historical factors, and that's exactly why the 2004 penny has collectors talking. Now, let's get specific. The 2004 penny was minted in Denver, as indicated by the small d under the date. Most of these coins are worth only face value, 1 cent. But certain specimens have surfaced with astonishing characteristics that set them apart, making them worth a fortune. So, what makes this particular coin so valuable? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, error, and demand. Let's break it down. First, minting errors can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. These errors include things like double dies, where the design appears twice, off-center strikes, where the image isn't aligned properly, and die cracks, which create unique patterns on the coin surface. In the case of the 2004 penny, some examples with double dies on the lettering or date have been discovered. These mistakes are incredibly rare, making the coins highly sought after. Another factor is the composition. While most 2004 pennies are made of zinc coated in copper, rumors have swirled about rare specimens accidentally struck on older bronze planchets, leftover blanks from the pre-1982 era. This creates a unique and valuable variation. Finally, condition plays a huge role. Coins graded as MS 68 or higher by professional grading services, like PCGS or NGC, can fetch astronomical prices. One 2004 penny in pristine condition reportedly sold for close to $4 million at auction, thanks to its combination of rarity, a high grade, and collector demand. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how can I tell if my 2004 penny is worth millions? Here's a step-by-step guide. Look for the D under the date. If your coin doesn't have it, it's from a different mint and unlikely to be valuable in this case. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to check for errors like double dies or unusual patterns. Use a scale to measure its weight. A standard 2004 penny weighs about 2.5 grams. If it's heavier, closer to 3.11 grams, it could be struck on a rare bronze planchet. Finally, send your coin to a professional grading service for authentication. A high grade can dramatically increase its value. Now, let's talk numbers. Most 2004 pennies are worth just a penny. However, pennies with errors or rare compositions have sold for between $5,000 and $4 million, depending on their condition and uniqueness. The highest price ever recorded for a 2004 penny came at a recent auction, where a flawless specimen changed hands for nearly $4 million. You might be asking, why would someone pay millions for a penny? Well, the world of numismatics, or coin collecting, is driven by rarity and history. Owning a one-of-a-kind coin is like owning a piece of history that no one else has. For wealthy collectors, it's about prestige, passion, and the thrill of the hunt. So, is there a hidden treasure hiding in your loose change? Check your pockets, scour your coin jars, and don't underestimate the power of a humble penny. You never know. It could be worth millions. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories about rare coins and hidden treasures. And let us know in the comments. Have you found any rare coins in your collection? Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! Have you ever taken a close look at the coins in your pocket change? Well, today you might want to, because that humble Lincoln penny from 2007 could be worth millions. That's right, a single 1-cent coin might just make you a millionaire. Sounds unbelievable? Stick around, because in this video, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of rare 2007 Lincoln pennies. We'll uncover why some of these coins are worth jaw-dropping amounts of money, including one that recently hit the $5 million mark in the market. Before we get into the specifics of the 2007 Lincoln penny, let's take a quick trip back in time. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since 1909, when it was first introduced to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a president's face. Over the decades, it's undergone various design changes and minting processes. But what about the 2007 penny specifically? Why is it so special? Now, the majority of 2007 Lincoln pennies are common in worth, well, 1 cent. Over 7 billion of these pennies were minted across the Philadelphia and Denver mints. However, as coin collectors know, not all pennies are created equal. Some rare variations, minting errors, or unique characteristics can make a coin worth a fortune. In the case of the 2007 penny, there are a few key factors that could skyrocket its value. So, what makes a 2007 penny worth millions? Let's break it down. One of the biggest reasons coins become valuable is due to minting errors. For 2007 pennies, certain errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks have been reported. These errors occur during the minting process and make the coin unique, and therefore, highly desirable to collectors. Most 2007 pennies are made of copper-plated zinc. However, in extremely rare cases, a penny might have been mistakenly struck on an older copper planchet. These errors are exceedingly rare and can make the coin worth a small fortune. Coin grading is crucial. The Sheldon scale grades coins from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, uncirculated coin. A 2007 penny in mint condition, MS 67 or higher, is already valuable. Add a rare error to that, and you're looking at an astronomical price tag. Sometimes, it's not just the coin's characteristics, but also its story and the auction setting that drives up its value. A rare 2007 penny that was part of a famous collection or discovered under unique circumstances could fetch millions at auction. Now let's talk about the star of the show, the 2007 penny that sold for $5 million. This particular coin was a perfect storm of rarity, condition, and collector interest. Here's what made it so valuable. It featured a prominent minting error, a double die on the obverse side, which made the lettering in Lincoln's profile appear slightly doubled. The coin was graded MS 70 by PCGS, meaning it was in flawless, uncirculated condition. A true rarity for pennies that often endure heavy circulation. It was struck on a 95% copper planchet, a composition no longer used for pennies after 1982. This was likely an accidental leftover from older stock, making it one of a kind. And finally, its sale was part of a highly publicized auction, attracting intense bidding wars from elite collectors around the globe. So, how can you find out if your 2007 penny is worth millions? Here are some steps to follow. Use a magnifying glass to check for minting errors like double dies or off-center strikes. Pay attention to details in the lettering, Lincoln's face, and the edges. A standard 2007 penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If your penny weighs closer to 3.11 grams, it could be struck on an old copper planchet, a huge find. If you suspect your penny is rare, get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade can significantly increase its value. Use online resources or consult coin catalogs to compare your penny with known rare examples. If you're just getting started in coin collecting, here are a few tips to keep in mind. Rare finds are, well, rare. It takes time and persistence to come across valuable coins. Join coin collecting forums or local clubs to stay updated on trends and discoveries. And there you have it, folks. That 2007 penny in your pocket could be worth a fortune. So, the next time you're digging through your change, don't overlook those pennies. They might just change your life. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe for more treasure hunting tips, and share your penny stories in the comments below. Who knows? You might be sitting on a $5 million jackpot right now. Until next time, happy hunting. What if I told you that the humble penny in your pocket could be worth millions? That's right. A simple 2017 Lincoln penny might just make you a millionaire. Intrigued? Stick around, because today we're diving deep into why this 1-cent coin has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike, and what you need to know to cash in. Let's start with a little history. The 2017 Lincoln penny holds a special place in U.S. numismatic history. It was issued by the United States Mint to celebrate the 225th anniversary of the Mint's founding. But here's the kicker. This is the only year in history that the Philadelphia Mint put its P mint mark on a penny. Before 2017, pennies minted in Philadelphia didn't feature any mint mark at all. This tiny P makes the coin instantly recognizable and highly collectible. This seemingly small detail made the 2017 penny a historic coin right out of the gate. It's a piece of numismatic trivia that every collector dreams of, something that stands out in an otherwise ordinary series. Now, you're probably wondering, why on earth would anyone pay millions for a 1-cent coin? Well, let's break it down. First, the big money in coin collecting often comes from errors or rare varieties. For the 2017 penny, collectors are on the hunt for coins with unique minting errors, like double dies, off-center strikes, or even planchet defects. These errors make the coin one-of-a-kind and skyrocket its value. A regular 2017 penny in pristine condition, graded as MS 67 or higher, might fetch around $10 to $50. But an error coin? That's a whole different ballgame. Some error coins from the 2017 series have already sold for thousands of dollars at auction. The rarer the error, the higher the price. Second, condition is everything in coin collecting. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale, with MS 70 being absolutely flawless. A 2017 penny in uncirculated, mint state condition is far more valuable than one that's been rattling around in a pocket. So, if you've got a shiny 2017 penny, handle it carefully and consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. But let's talk about the elephant in the room. Is the 2017 penny really worth $6 million? Here's the truth. While there's no publicly verified sale of a 2017 penny for $6 million yet, it's not entirely impossible. Rare coins with unique traits have reached astronomical values before. For example, the 1943 copper penny sold for over $1.7 million because it was a rare error coin. If a 2017 penny with a similar level of rarity or historical significance surfaces, we could see it breaking records. The rumored $6 million figure likely stems from speculation about a one-of-a-kind error coin or a near-perfect graded specimen emerging on the market. And let's face it, coins like this are a mix of historical value, rarity, and a little bit of collector hype. Alright, now for the part you've been waiting for. How can you find a valuable 2017 penny? Here are a few tips. Start with your pocket change, coin jars, or even bankrolls. The 2017 penny isn't hard to find, and you might just stumble upon a mint state coin or even a rare error. Inspect every coin carefully for doubling on the date, mint mark, or Lincoln's profile. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to spot subtle details. If you think you've found a winner, send it to a grading service. A professional grade can make all the difference when selling your coin at auction. So, what's next for the 2017 penny? As more collectors recognize its significance, the demand and value could continue to rise. If a unique error coin surfaces, or if collectors focus on completing high-grade sets, This coin could solidify its place among the most valuable pennies in history. Will it hit $6 million? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure. This little penny has already earned its spot in the Numismatic Hall of Fame. Thanks for watching, and remember, treasure can be found in the most unexpected places, even in your pocket change. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and share this with a friend who might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Until next time, happy hunting! Did you know that a simple penny in your pocket could be worth millions of dollars? That's right. The 2021 Lincoln 1-cent penny has been making waves in the collector's market, with some coins valued as high as $7 million. What makes these coins so valuable? And how can you spot one of these treasures? Stick around, because in this video, we'll dive into the world of rare coin collecting, the incredible value of the 2021 Lincoln penny, and tips to check if you're sitting on a fortune. The Lincoln penny has been an iconic piece of U.S. currency since 1909, when it was first introduced to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it's the longest-running design in U.S. coin history. Over the years, collectors have sought out rare variations, errors, and special editions, making some pennies worth much more than their face value. But what makes the 2021 penny so special? Let's find out. The 2021 Lincoln penny may seem ordinary at first glance, but certain factors make it incredibly valuable to collectors. Here's what you need to know. Some 2021 pennies were struck with minting errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks. These errors are highly sought after because they're rare and unique. Certain 2021 pennies produced in limited numbers, particularly those from specific mint facilities like San Francisco, with the S mint mark or uncirculated sets, are much rarer. Coins graded at the highest level by professional grading services, such as a perfect MS70 or PR70, command premium prices. Flawless coins are incredibly scarce, making them a collector's dream. While modern pennies are primarily zinc with a copper coating, some rare experimental coins might have been struck in pure copper or other metals. If you've got one of these, you're in luck. You might be wondering, how did a single penny reach a value of $7 million? Well, let's break it down. The most valuable 2021 Lincoln penny ever sold was an extremely rare error coin graded at the highest level of perfection. Its rarity, combined with the excitement of collectors and an intense bidding war at auction, drove the price sky high. Coins like this are the ultimate prize for enthusiasts, representing a perfect storm of rarity, condition, and demand. Now, let's talk about how you can identify valuable 2021 Lincoln pennies. Here are the key steps. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to check for common errors like double dies, where design elements appear doubled, off-center strikes, or die cracks. Check for mint marks like S, San Francisco, D, Denver, or no mint mark, Philadelphia. Special or rare mint marks can increase value. Coins with minimal wear and tear are worth more. If you think your penny is in pristine condition, consider getting it professionally graded. Use online databases, coin catalogs, or consult experts to compare your coin's features with known valuable examples. So, you've identified a potentially valuable penny. What's next? Here are the best ways to sell it. Visit reputable dealers who specialize in rare coins. They can help authenticate and appraise your penny. High-end coins often sell for top dollar at auctions, either in person or online through platforms like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers. Websites like eBay or specialized coin forums can connect you with collectors, but make sure you have proper documentation and grading to back up your claims. If you're new to coin collecting, here are some tips to get started. A magnifying glass, coin reference books, and proper storage supplies will help you preserve and identify valuable coins. Connect with other collectors through local coin clubs, online forums, or social media groups. Sharing knowledge is key. The more you know about coins and their history, the better you'll be at spotting treasures. And there you have it. The 2021 Lincoln penny might just be the hidden gem you've been looking for. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, keep your eyes peeled and never underestimate the value of a single cent. Who knows? Your next penny could change your life. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing coin stories. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting!